Hey guys, it's Shannon. It's another really late video for you guys. This is a haul, and it's just a little one. I went to CVS and just to kind of look around. I hadn't been there in a while, so I just wanted to kind of see what they had that was new, and you know, they always have the 75 and 50% off stuff, so just kind of wanted to, you know, dig through and see what they had. So the first thing that I bought, this wasn't anything on sale, but it's the Ardell Brow Precision Shaper. And it's basically a 3-pack, so it has, let's see if I can show you, 1, 2, 3, and then it has this 4th one, which is longer. Now I have some that are like this already, but I kind of wanted to give these a try because I find that the ones that are long like this, they're almost too long. I mean, they're okay for me because I have a decent amount of lid space, but if my eyes are puffy for any reason, or as I start to get older and this area of my eye starts to get, you know, baggy and sag, those aren't going to work for me anymore. And I really don't pluck my brows. I don't have enough brow hair to bother with it. I mean, all I do is, you know, you can see how baby fine my hair is, and so all I really do is I just kind of shave off a few little, you know, hairs kind of back in this section to kind of pretend like I have some shape, just to thin this area out just a little bit so I can kind of give shape to my eyes. So I really don't do that much with them, so I just shave that area and that's it. It takes like 2 seconds. And so I was just looking at these and I thought, well, the heads are much smaller. I don't know if you can see here, but they're really not very wide. And then on top of that, they kind of, I was trying to look, you know, they're in a cover, but they look to me like they might be a little bit sharper than the other ones. And so if that's the case, that's a good thing, because I have found that the other ones, my cat is here trying to get all up in my business. Anyway, I find that the other ones are, you know, they just need to be sharper, really. They kind of yank your hair out, sort of, and sometimes they cut and sometimes they don't. So I'm hoping these are a little bit sharper. I don't know, we'll see. I can tell by looking at one that this one here, the razor's kind of in there crooked, so we'll have to see if I can fix that. But anyway, that was a long story longer. Okay. And then, you know, the big thing right now is the argan oil, the Moroccan argan oil hair treatments. Everybody's talking about that. And it's kind of making me crazy because, not that I'm against people using the product, but oil treatments for the hair have been around forever. This is nothing new. It's not even close to new. It's just a new marketing project, essentially. And there's always been different kinds of oil, but you know, in the late 90s, the big thing was to go to the salon and have the professional olive oil, the heated olive oil treatments done to your hair. And they were a long process. They would take like 3 or 4 hours, and they basically pampered you, and they did the olive oil treatments and left it in for, you know, about 30 minutes and heated it for you and then washed it out, and then they would really blow out your hair and flat iron it, you know, with the tiny little pieces, and they just, you know, they took all day to do it, and they charged you like crazy amounts of money. Some places were charging up to $1,000 to have it done, you know, just like if you went to New York or someplace like that. I mean, it was just silliness. But anyway, oil treatments have been around for forever. And if you think about it, races with darker skin tones typically have been using oil treatments on their hair for forever. And they've been using it because their hair is typically more coarse and more dry, and they need the moisture in order to be able to style their hair. And so, you know, it's not new. So anyway, I decided that I know about olive oil treatments, and I could be doing olive oil treatments at any time. I mean, you can use any kind of olive oil. It doesn't even have to be anything special. So I can do that at any time, but I've just kind of been lazy. But I was kind of browsing through, you know, the section, how they kind of have it sectioned off for people that have much darker skin tones and much thicker, more coarse hair. So I was kind of browsing through that section, and they had the Hollywood Beauty olive oil treatment. And what I like about this, if you read the argan oil bottles, there are always some complicated ingredients that you can't understand first, and then dimethicone is always in there, and then you see, you know, the argan oil is usually like third or fourth kind of down the line, and there's a few other things after that. The ingredients on this start with soybean oil, followed by safflower oil, then olive oil, then coconut oil, and then, you know, it just keeps going with some leaf extract, vitamin E, on and on and on. I mean, this is oil, 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 and then some other stuff. So it's $2.99 for this bottle, which this bottle will last me forever because I have hardly any hair. I mean, if I pull my hair back in a ponytail, I mean, if it's all of it, if it's that big around, you know, it's a good day. So anyway, I'm going to use this on my hair on occasion just to kind of add some moisture back in. And it was cheap, and so why not? And I like that there's the different types of oil. There are arguments about basically the size of the molecule of the different oils and whether they're actually small enough to be able to really actually even penetrate into the hair shaft at all. And essentially what it comes down to is it's not really going to matter that much. The oil is going to help to seal down the cuticle. Even if it can't penetrate into the hair shaft, it's still going to help to seal the cuticle down, which is going to make your hair shinier and softer. And that's what we want. And by sealing down that cuticle, you're then going to be able to trap more moisture in the hair anyway. So it really doesn't matter how big the molecules are, in my mind anyway. So regardless of that, you know, the argument is the different types of oil have different size molecules. Well, I've basically got pretty much all the oils in here. So if some of them don't work, you know, one of them is likely to do the job. So anyway, we'll see how that goes, and I'll let you guys know if you're interested. And then I was looking through, of course, the 75% off stuff and the 50% off stuff. And I was going to pick up, I was looking at a Revlon blush. It was one of the matte blushes, and they only had one of the shades on sale. It was kind of a peachy, corally color. The lightest color kind of in the range. And then I started thinking about it. That one was basically, it was $9.99, but it was going to be 75% off, so I was going to get it for right about $2.50. Okay, and then I was looking at Wet n Wild. There were a couple other brands too that were right around the same price. There was one that was a little bit less, but then I started thinking about the Wet n Wild because I'd been looking at it. They had the Wet n Wild at buy one get one half off. So I could have gotten you know, one color for cheaper, but what I decided to do was the Wet n Wild blushes are $2.99, and so when you get one at half off, it basically breaks them down to both being about $2.50 each. So they're right around the same price as the one Revlon. Now, the quantity-wise, the Revlon blush would have been a better deal because it had just a little bit more. It was like, these are like 0.14 and it was like 0.18 or something. I forget. There's just a little bit more product to it. But the point was I could try one color from Revlon for about $2.50, or for the same amount I could get two colors from, I could spend $5 and get two colors from Wet n Wild. And so I decided to try the two colors because I could just play around more. So I bought the Heather Silk, which is number 832E. You guys need to quit. They're chasing each other around. They're boys and they're brothers, and they act just like brothers. And so they play and they chase each other around, and it's all fun and games until one of them gets hurt, and then they fight, just like brothers. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. The other color is Pearlescent Pink, and it's number 831E. Okay, so there's the pearlescent pink. It's just kind of a corally color. I don't know why they call it pink. It's not pink. It's a corally color, and it has some shimmer in it. I'm right by the stairs, so they're chasing each other up the stairs and then down the stairs. Hey! Hey, hey, hey! Knock it off. Samson, leave him alone. It's enough. What did I tell you? So it's kind of, I don't think you're going to be able to see it on camera, but it does have a shimmer to it. And then this one is a matte color, and this one is pink. It's kind of a darker pink. So anyway, let me know if you guys want to see tutorials or something with them, or, you know, I can swatch them at some point in the future if you're interested. Okay, so I talked way longer than I meant to, as usual. Alright, so if you have any questions, let me know. I'll talk to you later. Have a good week. Bye.